everybody. I'm Shannon Jenkins, President and CEO of United Way of East Central Alabama, and we're here today to tell you about a new initiative that we have just launched called United Way of East Central Alabama's Anti-Trafficking Initiative. And now we're excited about this initiative, but you may be asking, why United Way and why anti-trafficking? And let me just say personally, over the past several months, I have learned a little more about what trafficking is and how it affects the residents here in our local community. Of course, it's something that we should be concerned about on a statewide scale, a national scale, a global scale, but really just thinking about our local residents and those who are affected by trafficking in our community every day. When you ask why United Way, our mission here is to improve lives by mobilizing the caring power of our communities to create lasting change. And we just feel like this falls right up under that. We say we fight for the health, education, and financial stability of every person in our community, and trying to get our residents in a stable, independent place where they are more healthy and their safety and well-being is where it needs to be. It's just extremely important to us. So one of the things that I want to do today is introduce you to our outreach coordinator for our anti-trafficking initiative, and that is Ms. Pam Stack. So Pam, thank you for joining me today, and I'm excited for you to tell the folks just a little more about anti-trafficking and our new initiative here. So welcome.
Thank you. I am glad to be here.
Absolutely, and we are glad to have you on the team. And so the first thing that I want you to talk about is just briefly tell folks, what does trafficking look like, especially in our local communities?
There's a lot of misinformation about what trafficking looks like. A lot of people think maybe it's smuggling, has to do with borders, but trafficking has to do with exploitation. Wherever you have the internet, wherever you have a road, you have trafficking. And it's in our communities, and it's often hidden. Sometimes it can look what people think of as traditional prostitution, and thinking the people in prostitution want to be there and want to be doing that, but most of them are under the control of a trafficker. So the trafficker's calling the shots. They're setting a quota. They're not there because they want to be there. They're there because they're forced to be there. And our hope is that we can educate about that, but we can also help people who are being prostituted. But it also could be your neighbor next door. It could be hidden really just in your neighborhood. It could be an uncle, or even sadly parents that maybe are taking their child and selling them for either rent or drugs, sometimes whatever the case may be. It has a lot of different looks. A common one for online exploitation is what we call grooming, where our young people are groomed online to think this person that they're talking to, that they may think is their age but is older. The online grooming process is where they take them and start isolating our young people from their family. Nobody understands you like I do. And they willingly walk out the door, and we hear it a lot, where they walk out the door, but what they're walking out the door to, they think they're walking out for a dream, and they're running away to something great, but then they run into the arms of either a predator or a trafficker who takes that time to say, I love you, just sell yourself for a little while until we can build up this dream life that we want. And it's not a dream life. It's a life of terror. It's a life that may involve substance misuse by the control of the trafficker. It can look a lot of different ways. And so we don't want to get so caught up in one way that we vision trafficking that we miss the other person being trafficked. Right. And that's part of the education process and part of the awareness raising, is so people know what to look for and what to watch for.
And then part of what we are working toward here at United Way with this initiative are resources for not only the community, but also for maybe someone who is involved, a victim of trafficking. So just talk to us a little bit about how we plan to kind of attack this problem.
Well, the way we can, on the intervention side, is have our community coalition partners like law enforcement alert us if they have a possible victim, and we go and we talk to them and just kind of build a relationship. And sometimes it'll happen immediately, yes, I need help, or sometimes it's like, I don't know what you're talking about, nothing's going on with me, and you build a relationship. And so we hope to raise up what we call advocates to reach out and build a relationship with women, and it can be men, it can be young people, so at some point they go, you know, I deserve more than this, I am being trafficked, can you help me? And when they ask for that help, then we have the Well House that we reach out to. They're a service provider for sex trafficking victims. They go to that core trauma that a lot of victims have, and they help them heal. And we have Family Sunshine Center. They're in Montgomery area. They have a safe house that we can reach out to if we need help. But often victims are also having to deal with substance use disorders. They may need detox. So it's just a whole gamut of resources that we connect with, and that's what we do. We're here for them, whatever they need, and we just stay with them through that relationship until they get the help that they need. And even when they get the help, we follow them.
Right. And I know that you would love to educate the community, speak to groups, our school systems, whoever might be interested in the prevention side of things and awareness. So you want to talk about that for a moment?
Yes, the prevention side of it is a big deal. Once someone's in it, it's really hard for them to get out, but it's not impossible, and that's why we're here. But if we can prevent someone from walking into that and know what to watch for and know how not to buy a lie, because it is a lie, this promise. And our young people, when we go out and talk to them about online enticement, we're not talking about just traffickers, we're talking about predators, we're talking about anyone that can take advantage of them. So we want to go into schools, we want to talk to young people, and some people think it's only at-risk youth, and they are a vulnerable population for traffickers, but it can be your A-plus student.
Right.
You know, it can be the girl walking down in the mall and a trafficker sees her because she's got her head down. So we want to teach them what to watch for, but also to have that confidence to stand up to it if they're being approached.
Well, very good. There are multiple ways that folks can get involved in the work, can give back, or become an advocate. So you want to just tell us a little bit about some of those opportunities that are coming up?
Yes, we have coming up July the 11th at Oxford Public Library, we have a human trafficking prevention information session for families. We would love anyone who wants to come. It's at 3 o'clock at the community room at the library. Coming up in August, I'm really excited about this. We'll have a 5-week book study. It's called Renting Lacey. It tells about child sex trafficking here in the United States. In the fall, we plan on having the equivalent of like a human trafficking 101 class. There are several ways for people to learn more, and once you learn more, there are a multitude of opportunities to get involved.
Wow. Well, we are looking forward to all of those opportunities, those events. As always, you can give to United Way. You can specifically give to United Way's anti-trafficking initiative if you want to sponsor a bag for like a hygiene bag for victims, or if you just want to make a donation, you can do that. You can find all of these events that will be coming up. We'll continue to populate that on our website, and you can go directly to the anti-trafficking website. It's at uweca.org/ATI. And that'll give you some more information about anti-trafficking, the initiative, as well as opportunities to get involved. So keep watching our social media platforms. We'll continue to update. We just thank you. Thank you for your interest and for watching today.